Hello space friends and welcome to the Space Channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, where you can see great games played badly. I'm John and this is The Outer Worlds. Before we dive into the second chapter of the exciting adventures of Captain Jet Thrustington, Space Adventurer, and Customer Service Representative Extraordinaire, please do give us a like and a subscribe and all that stuff. It really does help the channel out. So, let's get into it. Last episode, we went through the long tutorial process, and we've ended up here. This is the Botanical Gardens. This is where the dissidents from Edgewater have holed up. We have a companion, Parvati. Here she is. Voiced by the amazing Ashley Birch. So let's have a look around. What have we got? A deserter. Oh, we have a house that is open. So lots of things we could steal should we wish. Nothing particularly interesting, I don't think. We do know that Adelaide, there we are, Adelaide McDevitt, the ruler or the leader of these dissidents. Oh, a mock apple. We'll have some of that. We do know that she is in the botanical lab itself, planting things. We also know that a young woman called Zoe has gone missing from this settlement. And Grace on the gate there, well, such as it is, Grace Romero, has asked us to kind of look into it if we have the time. We also know that Stefan here was friendly with her. So let's have a chat with Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
So, lots of canid. I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Okay, tell me a little bit about Zoe. What was happening on the day she disappeared? Was she acting strange? Tell me about her first.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Yeah, don't worry about who I am. What was that about surprising Zoe? And then what happened? Was she acting strange again?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Okay, so he's obviously a bit sweet on Zoe. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay, so she kept a journal. We shall probably have a look around for that, see if there's any hints in there. What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were going to watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Okay, so that's about all we're going to get from him.
I got time.
Let's see what he's got to sell.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay, we have a tip. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Okay, I have no idea what my best skill is. What have we got? Oh, it's a better helmet. Some better armor. A nice beanie hat. But he does have some mods. So what have we got? We've got an armor mod. Increases your stealth, Nightingale Step. And a silencer, basically. That could be quite useful. I don't have anywhere near enough money to buy it, so let's see what we can sell. Should we sell my old hibernation suit? How much is that worth? 6. Yeah, go on. Let's sell that. Oh, if we hold Z, we can sell all of our junk at once. I don't know if we've got a great deal of junk. No, not really. A necklace and some meat. But it's all money. We do have some weapons we can sell, however. And I think I'll just get rid of most of this, honestly. Don't really care about the staff. We each already have one of those pistols. I already have a saber. We've got 3 assault rifles, all of which are identical as far as I can see. Yep. So all of those and keep one of the assault rifles. Rebuilt mining gear. Yeah, let's sell that. What have we got? That increases your base health. As does that. That increases your health regeneration. As does that. That increases your body attributes by 1. We'll sell the 0G brew. There's a lot of health regen. Base health. Get rid of base health. Don't care about base health. Regeneration, regeneration. Body attributes, get rid of that. Regeneration, regeneration, and regeneration. Okay, so that's given us a massive 295 credits. Or bits, I think they're called. So, it doesn't really give us enough to buy anything. We could buy a new helmet, which is much better armour than the one we're currently wearing. I don't think we'll bother. I don't think we'll bother. Thanks, Stefan. Now, presumably that's your house, yeah. What's this? Is this... Who are you?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Okay, you just randomly stood in someone's house. Was it your house? Okay, judging by the bits of paper lying around, this is probably Zoe's house. So, Zoe's journal, page 18. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an ether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbours, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14. The 100 Hooligans, featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. Okay, so it seems like Zoe had a bit of a thing for marauders. What else have we got? So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I've got to treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Right, so she was kicked out because she stole some medicine. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organised. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of saltuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime. Even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of adrenatine before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Right, so Zoe hasn't just disappeared. She has stolen some food and some adrenatime, whatever that is. Oh, hello. And run off to join the bandits, join the marauders. This place is worse than the cannery. Don't misunderstand, the cannery was awful in every way. My hands smelled like saltuna and grease all the time. Phyllis wouldn't stop yelling at me. Oh, we've heard about Phyllis. I think she owes money to the gravekeeper. And every second week somebody tipped over with fever. But at least nobody talked to me. That was nice. I just showed up at first light in my jumpers and gloves and did the same thing I did every single day. Filled cans with saltuna. Folks just don't stop talking to me out here. How you doing, Zoe? Fancy seeing you out here, Zoe. Got tired of living in the outpost, Zoe? Hey, Zoe, want some roasted canid? Wow, Zoe, I remember you. We worked at the cannery together. How perceptive of you. It's not as if we weren't spending every day of our lives slaving over the same rusted conveyor belt. At least I've got my cereals. Stefan's not too bad either. He's an idiot, but his taste in cereal dramas is fine and cultivated. We've been watching The Masked Marketeer together. It's nice. Grace is alright too, I suppose. Don't think she cares for me much. She knows her way around a rifle, though. I can respect that. One day, when I've become the preeminent bandit queen of Emerald Vale, I shall spare those two from our pillaging ways. Okay, Zoe, you are a little bit messed up, aren't you? Interesting. Okay. Right, let's go and talk to Adelaide, see what she has to say. How do I get... Ooh, oh, you're there. Stuff to steal. Lots of stuff to steal.
Gosh, it's so pretty.
Hello, Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Well, you seem lovely.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Well, that's a charming offer. Let's have a look. Reed sent me to make peace with you. Is this your greenhouse? Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here. Let's chat her up a little bit first.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
You're leaning very heavily on this whole plant metaphor. Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Okay. So there's definitely a bit more of a story there, but we're not going to get it at the moment. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Okay, so funny, you never knew you could grow tripe in a garden. I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here. Yeah, let's continue to be pleasant. We are charming.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Special fertilizer, eh? Okay, yeah, let's get into it. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Ooh, I think we touched a nerve there, didn't we? You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, that's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power, I wasn't really listening. Okay, well... that seems a little aggressive. He did say he was willing to make amends, so let's go with that one.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Yeah, canned. That's very good. That's quite good. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power. That's a little threatening, so let's...
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
That is a very good question. I'm going to be honest. I need the power regulator.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it. What have you got against the town? Not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship. A hero to you, maybe. Let's have a look. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
That's a bit low. Yeah, I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side, yeah.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Okay, fair enough. Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I'll listen to Parvati. Okay. So, we have a bit of a...
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
What? Thomas? Oh, hello. So we have someone over here to talk to. Yes, I was saying we have ourselves a little bit of a quandary now. Which way do we send the power? Do we send it to this place, which is green and lush and lovely and has apples just lying around to be picked up? So they have plenty of food. She sounds like she's been treating sick people. People who come out of Edgewater. And Reed is a bit of a prick, let's be honest. He's very much been presented as a bit of a prick. So we're obviously here supposed to side with Adelaide. but we don't know Adelaide's full story yet. She was a little bit cagey about that. So let's talk to Thomas, see what he has to say, and then we'll probably head on to the geothermal plant.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Okay, let's have a look. You're lucky your camp's full of idiots. Yeah. Why are you telling me this? Maybe you should come clean, or a chance to use my engineering skill. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers. Yes, because we get XP every time we use a skill successfully.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Just like that.
I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself.
Good for
You
you.
ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Okay, you mentioned 2 pads, what about the third?
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
Okay, so we know where 2 of them are, and we'll probably stumble across the third at some point. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
Let's see if we've got anything to
What's
ask
on
him.
your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Okay. What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Smooth, Thomas. Very smooth.
Luck, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Oh, I can swap out a water filter or charge up a battery and go on pretending I know what I'm doing, but the moment I'm asked to do any real engineering, I'm in trouble.
Okay. Well, I should go. Right. What have we got? That's the Geothermal Master Control Terminal. That's where we're heading. Okay. Oh, welcome to the Crocs 2000 Workbench. Allows you to repair, upgrade and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or any armor item that you want to work on, then choose what you want to do to it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod or tinker to upgrade it. Okay. So I'm assuming that these shaded ones are all equipped items. So these 2 are the ones that Parvati are is holding on to, and these are mine. Okay. Well, we don't have any mods or anything yet, I don't think. How much to tinker? What does tinkering do? It will increase my damage by 2 for the pistol. Ooh, what about with the rifle? Ooh. Increase my damage by 6. For the same price. But I did say I was going to use pistols. So let's upgrade the pistol for 50 bits. Okay. That will do, because you don't have a lot of money. Yes, and we will head off in the direction of the geothermal plant. And we will catch up with the action there.
I'm ready for this. I'll fix you right up.
Okay, we've reached the geothermal plant, which looks very environmentally friendly. But we can see that there are some mechanicals down here by the looks of it. We've got a combat drone, and there was a sentry or something. There we are. There's a guardian there, and a sentry there. So there's probably more. And there is this electric gate across it.
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
How are we going to get in? There's got to be a way. Oh, look, there's a hole in the fence down here. That's handy. There's something over there, because we can see its awareness meter. It's not aware of us at the moment, so can't see anything else. Let's sneak around here if we can. Okay, it's walking away from us.
Together. That's the
Okay,
last of 'em.
we got him. That's okay. Damage types. Vulnerable or resistant to certain damage types. Okay, well, presumably some kind of electrical zap would be useful against those. Oh, hello, we got a person over here. A dead scientist. Shouldn't leave your dead scientists just lying around like that. That's how you get ants. Oh, a light machine gun. Useful. Yeah, so in the Outer Worlds, it's really very easy to fill up your inventory really quickly. Because there are just bodies lying around that you can loot, and houses you can go into that you can either steal from, or if they're empty houses, you can just help yourself. I'm pretty sure I saw a crate around here somewhere. Did I see a crate around here somewhere? Yes, I did see a crate around here. Hello. You have a light machine gun as well, and some armor parts. Helpful. Right, what have we got over here? What can we see? Another dead fella. Oh, an explosive barrel or two. Oh, and there's a sentry.
System.
Ooh,
Here we go.
that looks like a weak spot. It is indeed, by the looks of it.
Get past that armor.
Okay, and the next one. Parvati's really going off on one.
Last of 'em.
Okay, I think that's everyone. Weapons and armor degrade with use, blah blah blah. Repair them before they break. So, presumably, either my armor or my gun is degrading rapidly. I shall deal with that momentarily, once I've looted everything. There are armor parts there, so that'll be helpful. There's another dead scientist. What have you got? More armor parts. More armor parts. What have you got? Hello. Oh, there you are. Okay, some ammo. An empty bin. That door doesn't open. Supposed to go that way, but let's... Oh, a vending machine. Some more dead scientists. All of them armed, like any good scientist should be. Oh, what are you? You're a guard, are you? A corporate commander. It's a very fine armour you're wearing. Why can't I have that? Right. Shall we head in this, or should we have a... Let's have a look around the other side. See if there's anything around here. Oh, there is. Hello. Oh, there's two of them. Not really sure what happened there. Go on, Parvati. You show them what for. Sorry. Well done. Yeah, nice. Right. Let's reload. Not much else around. Oh, there's a door. I assume this is the back entrance. Okay, Parvati. Let's do some sneak-ins. Okay, here we are inside.
The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right.
Okay,
Hope we're doing the right thing.
I don't know what we're doing, honestly, Parvati. There's a combat drone.
Processing. Investigate.
Oh, there's someone around here as well. Go on, Parvati. Well done. Okay, let's have a look around. What we got? Stuff. A ladder going up, presumably into that room there. Let's explore a bit down here first. Another door. Who are you? A plant worker. And a vending machine. And we can't get in there from here. So presumably this is where we would... Yeah, this is where we'd have come in if we come in the front door. So it didn't really do us a lot of good. You've got nothing. Oh, a door here. This leads us into this bit. Right. Receptionist. You have stuff on you. I will have that. Thank you very much. Pet pills, bypass shunt, skin tough salve, corporation service award, terminal. That looks like everything in here. So let's have a look at the terminal. What have we got? Purge incomplete. So everything's been purged except for 2 files. I had to borrow your copy of Young Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering and I need the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Okay, so Thomas's Guide to Mechanical Engineering is here, or one of them is. Chaos everywhere, mechanical's gone haywire, gunfire, hearing some screams. Oh lord, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you, proud to be member of Spacer's Choice family. Okay, so something went horribly wrong. That's fair. Oh dear. I don't think he got out. He rather lost his head. Right. Doesn't seem to be much else around here. A little bit of ammo. So, let's go upstairs. That door's locked. So, let's have a look up here. Oh, there's some stuff. Some ammo. Oh, nearly missed that. This door opens. Okay, we have an office of some description. We have some ammo. And that's about it by the looks of it. Okay, let's have a look on the terminal. Manager's office. Messages. Ms. Braden, this letter serves as informal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for the Spacer's Choice is not a right but a privilege. Okay. So, what else have we got? To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who are unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agriculture and fishing canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant remains committed to providing a cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Okay. And the reply: we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agriculture and fishing canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant. This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of automechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so Spacer's Choice brought in a bunch of mechanicals that apparently went crazy and killed everybody shortly after they took out a large insurance policy. Okay, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure there's nothing dodgy at all in that decision. We've just unlocked this, which is literally just the door down to there. But we also have this, which is a bathroom with criminal activities. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking and murder are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequence.
Easy.
Yeah, nobody saw me. Oh, I've got a revolver. Bit cartridge, ammo, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look at this revolver. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armor at workbench using weapon and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with engineering skill can repair their gear without need of a workbench. Repairing an item returns it to 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. Okay, so what needs repairing? Presumably my pistol needs repairing, does it? Condition 59%, yes. I don't think I have a high enough repair skill at the moment to do anything about it. What was I looking at? I was looking at that revolver. That does a lot more damage. Only 6 shots. And looks like it's slower to fire. Let's pop it in instead of the assault rifle, shall we? Okay. Right, now, if we go down here, we need to go through this bit. Oops, nothing appears to be attacking me at the moment, which is nice. Oh, a bit cartridge there. Nothing along here. And, oh, a dead fella with some ammo and a bypass shunt. Helpful. Thank you very much. Okay. Nothing in here trying to kill me either. Right, I think this is the point where we have to make the moral decision. So we either send the power to the town and thus take power away from the botanical lab, or we do the opposite. We send the power to the botanical lab and doom the town. Vicar Max was pretty clear that he thought the best choice of action was to get the deserters to return to town. What does Parvati think? Can I ask Parvati what she thinks?
Where are we headed?
Oh, hello. We have some perception-based dialogue options. I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot and of your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Okay, is she dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Oh my. So, indentured servitude, essentially. That's inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Okay, well, no, that's still pretty inhuman.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over you, Parvati.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Okay. You mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you about.
The mission being too clean?
Yeah, I guess. Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. That's
remarkably perceptive of you, Parvati. Yes. You're a mechanic. When have you seen a machine that's in need of fixing? That's a fair point. It's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for. Why do you want to talk to him? Never been much for religion myself. Yeah, let's say it's an ideal.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Seems fair. But I can't ask you what you think. Okay, well, let's have a look. Plant status. Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power currently being distributed to the Saltuna Cannery and the laboratory. Structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Redirect power. Okay, error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Okay, well. We knew it wasn't going to be that easy, didn't we?
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Oh, well done, Parvati. You've just doomed us to being attacked every step of the way, haven't you? Okay, let's go. Right, just found us some information here on a terminal. Just Higgins again, that hullhead, found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple of days from now and not feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto-mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto-mechanical never will. I don't know, doesn't sit right with me, but the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here. Just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. So we can probably assume he never returned. And we have an automated message. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behaviour during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero G Brew. Zero G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Right. Enter passcode. There we go, we've used Thompson's passcode to get into the next section of the building where the routing switch is. In theory. Oh.
Look at us! Down they go!
Well, that was useful. Not a bad gun. More bodies, more wreckage, more stuff to pick up. Ooh, hello. A music box. Excellent. And, oh, someone dead down here as well. Who has a Whisper Quiet Muzzler, or muzzle upgrade. So we can, if we find a workbench, we'll be able to put that onto one of our weapons. And we can be a bit more stealthy.
Hey, here we go!
Okay, there's anything over there. Just reload.
That's gotta hurt. Everyone all right?
Oh, well done, Parvati. Okay, let's... Oh, more dead people. Right. So our first switch is here.
There's two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale? Yeah, huh?
We'll talk later. I don't know. I don't know what will happen to her people if we send power to the Vale. What's upstairs? Lots of dead mechanicals. Oh. And the security chief. And we've got his key card and his light machine gun. I mean, he's not using it. What else? I need Chester's passcode. Okay, well, let's see if we can find Chester's passcode anywhere. That door doesn't open. Okay. Okay, found some more notes here. Corporate just sent out a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all of our mechanicals. Every sentry and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be a part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's Choice. And another log, just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. guessing this was work of these visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it. Said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation. Okay, so we know that Chester Higgins, whoever he was, managed to get hold of one of the logic modules and presumably got in trouble for it. Okay. Where do we want to go? We want to go this way.
No, just leave me alone.
Where are you? I can hear you, Higgins. I'm assuming that's Chester Higgins. Where are you? You around here? You're not around here.
No, just leave me alone.
Oh, a random bypass shunt.
Not real. You're not real.
I am.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Okay, we have a puzzle section with bad guys around. So if we duck through here, yep, that seems to work. Now where are these? There's one. Okay. We have a level up. So, where should we put our points? Honestly, so our highest dialogue skill is 26, thanks to Parvati. So it might be an idea to raise some of those. Honestly, I think we're going to raise leadership by 5. And then, yeah, dialogue by 5. That will do. We have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Okay, thanks. I don't know what that means. But we have another perk. So, I think for this one, we should go for deadly demonstration. So we get 50% extra XP when Parvati kills something, and at the moment she's doing a pretty good job. So that seems like a good idea to me. And we will continue. Right, we found a workbench. So let's see if we can. Here we go, modifications. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install. Scope, armor plating, etc. Finally pick the mod to install and boom, you've upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favourite gear. Drop weapons are built for the discerning warrior who wants a custom and personalised weapon, just like everyone else. Okay, so let's have a look. I think we should modify our hunting rifle. We can't. Okay. In which case, maybe our revolver? No. Right, let's have a look at our armour. Can we do anything to our armour? We have a chronofield aggregator. Restores some of your TTD meter when you deal a critical hit. The effect has a cooldown. Well, I suppose we might as well install it, shouldn't we? There you go. We have installed a modification. Right, now let's look at repair. What do we need to repair? Yeah, let's repair you. Let's repair you. And that'll... Oh, let's repair you, I suppose. Insufficient weapon parts. Okay. What can we break down? Oh, we've got quite a lot of guns here, haven't we? Let's break down one of these assault rifles. A trip blade, we can break that down. And we've got another assault rifle. We've got 3 light machine guns. Let's break one of those down. Okay, that should give us enough. So back to repair. And I should have just held R down. Insufficient weapon parts for that as well. Oh, well, never mind. I'm not using it, so it doesn't matter. Right, and we will carry on. There's a ladder here. Oh, and our second routing switch.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Oh, there you are. I don't know. Stop asking me. Okay, and onward. Well done. Earning us that XP. What have we got? Pick cartridges, ammo, junk. Yada yada yada. Okay. I'm going to run out of space in a minute, aren't I? Right. Now, where are we going? What have we got over here? Okay. There's a trail of blood and a dead person. Oh, another mod. Where are we going? We're heading up there, okay. There's the switch.
Celeste, I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
Yeah. Do you want to talk
Something
about
we
it?
need?
No, you don't. Right. Let's have a look around here, see what we've got. A barred door. We can open that. Another barred door. What's behind here? Oh, okay. That takes us back out to there. What about this one? This takes us to here. Wherever here. Oh, I know where we are. Okay, oh, we've got the keycard, so we can open this. What have we got here? Weapon parts, drugs, the logic module. I don't know what we can do with that. Another mod. Some more mods. Oh, okay, not bad. I'm not sure what we can do with the... where are we? General items, quest items. There we go. It's a corrupted logic module. So, we've obviously picked it up for some reason. It will probably become important later on. Okay, and back to the decision.
Once we do this, there's no going... Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion, Parvati.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Okay. I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers and power. The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they built. I mean, all of that is or both of those are true. So let's have a look. Edgewater's going to die.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Deserters are a community.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Okay, so I think we are ready to make a decision. And on that note, we'll be back next episode. Thanks for tuning in. I've been John, this has been Stormhaven Gaming, and this has been The Outer Worlds. Do give us a like and a subscribe. Give us a comment. Let me know what you think I should do. Where should I send the power? And yeah, until next episode, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye.